Next question, should you buy the Y62 Patrol or should you wait for the Y63 Patrol? Well, that's a good question. Or maybe should you stick with Toyota? Are the Y62 Patrols really unreliable with all these problems? I think it depends if you ask a Nissan hater. Now, I've never hated Nissans, I just preferred Toyotas, and I still think overall the whole vehicle is a better vehicle. And of course all the Toyota lovers are agreeing and all the Nissan lovers are disagreeing, and there's going to be all this love and hate going on. Everyone just stay calm, okay? There's no need to love or hate any of the brands. You know, if there's something you want to hate, find another brand, because it depends which vehicle in the range. They've all got their problems with different vehicles, different engines, bada bing. So, I've got the Y62 Patrol. That was my best choice at that point in time. I knew that Y63 was coming. I can see it's going to have a lot of technology. Technology usually equals technology problems, new cars. Nissan do a pretty good job with petrol engines and turbos and stuff like that, but I don't have the details on whose engine it really is, and those turbos and how reliable they're going to be. And with turbos, as I've mentioned in yesterday's video, talking about the turbos on the V63 series that has been announced by Toyota Australia, that's supposedly coming in 2026, but I'll say, but don't hold your breath. You never know. It probably is, but it might not be. You never know what might happen before then, and we don't know how reliable it's going to be. Back to the Nissan that we don't hate. So the 63, just think about all the technology, a new vehicle, and you know, sometimes there's some bugs and you need to give it a couple of years to iron everything out. So personally, my suggestion would be not to hold off waiting on a Y63 and not get a Y62. If you update your vehicle regularly, and you're going to have it for a few years, 3 or 4 years, 5 years, I don't know, maybe Y62 is the answer for you at the moment, and then in about 3 or 4 years you can contemplate comparing the Y63 and maybe the Toyota 300 series with the V6 turbo, twin turbo, hybrid. So you've got a few options down the track, but both of those vehicles I wouldn't really sort of jump straight onto. If you're the kind of person that loves technology and you got to have the latest thing and you blow all your dough on the latest iPhone and the latest iPhone and laptop and computers and technology, you know, you always need to update, and it's keeping you on the hamster wheel, you know, pumping all your money straight back to where it came from, keeping you on the hamster wheel, well then go ahead and buy the newest, latest vehicles as soon as they come out. But that's not what I do. I wait and see. I like old stuff that works. I like new stuff that works as well. It's just a bit thin. It's few and far between. So my advice at this point for someone that's thinking, should I go a 62 or a 63? Go the 62 for now. The latest update looks pretty sweet too. The Apple CarPlay up high like a lot of other vehicles. It can get the sun on it, cause a few issues. The dash layout looks pretty good. But that just means if you grab one second hand, might be a little bit cheaper, so you can save some money. I've got the one before that with the directed technologies that people seem to hate that head unit as well. I haven't really had any issues with it. I haven't got any complaints other than the Apple CarPlay is too bright. Even when it goes in night mode, the screen's too bright for driving at night. So unplug Apple CarPlay or go out of Apple CarPlay or whatever, because for me, not ideal. You want to see where you're going, not what's going on that bright in the vehicle, and I've been through all the settings. That's another story in another video. Bada bing. So you know, you've got a couple of vehicles to compare to coming soon, let's just say, coming to a Nissan dealer and a Toyota dealer near you in the near future, but not for a while. Don't hold your breath. You never know what's going to happen with those vehicles, whether there's going to be some teething issues, technology issues. It seems to be ongoing technology issues, like all businesses, and you know, if you're a business owner or you work in a small business, even big business, it's hard to get workers and keep workers, and the ones you get, they're not always as good as what they used to be. Let's say people don't want to work. So when you understand businesses like Toyota, I'm sure, and Nissan are facing the same sort of challenges, the quality control, it's hard to keep it up there. It's hard to keep everything getting done right the first time the way it used to be, sort of between 2005 and 2015. Everything got really good up around then. It got really good. And the ideas now are still good, but the quality and longevity to back up all these new fresh ideas that are moving quickly doesn't seem to be there. You know, the 300 series diesel putting itself into park when it suits itself. I mean, is that going to be gone with a petrol hybrid, or is it still going to be a possibility? Is it going to be a bigger issue being a petrol hybrid, or not so bad? Are bits going to go bush? You know, are you going to get stuck in the car park as it went into park? You know, turbos, are they going to be better than the turbos on the diesel on the 300? Back to the Petrol, of course. We're talking Nissans now. So, reliability of the Y62, I think, is going to be very good. What I'm going to finish up saying is, travelling out here, I've been through a lot of caravan parks. I've seen a lot of vehicles on the road going the other way. Not on this road. This is a nice, quiet road. Bloody beautiful, by the way. Awesome quality road. Nice scenery. Moving along. Absolutely fantastic. But the 62's tested and proven, okay? Now, there's some people out there, I'm not sure if they just know everything or if they're Nissan haters or what, but they've got a long list of problems with Nissans, and some of them are relevant, most of them are minor, and it's probably going to be rarer than some of the issues that maybe people don't know about. Toyota are very good at hiding some of the issues they have. I mean, do you know not only are the 300 series going through engines, do you know they're going through turbos as well? EGR issues, you know, stuff like that. If you talk to the technicians quietly at the back of the dealership, sometimes you'll get some information out of them. And that's what I've done. Because they work there. They deal with those issues under warranty in the top secret men's business. And that's where you can get some genuine information. Well, like, you know, when you know someone. Even other people in dealerships that aren't meant to talk, you know, service managers, parts people, parts managers. Have a bit of a chit chat, see what you can work out. Quite often you're going to get, nah, never heard of that before. That's the usual sort of thing. So my point is, a lot of it's top secret business. With the Nissan, maybe it's not so top secret, but I've seen a lot of patrols on the road in trips since I've had one, and previous, while I was contemplating should I do this. I talked to the RACV patrolman. I look at what's on the back of tow trucks, what's on the side of the road. I have not seen a Nissan Patrol on a tow truck. I have not seen one with a bonnet up. I've seen more Y62 Patrol V8s towing caravans and parked up in caravan parks than ever before, and probably more than any other one vehicle. Yep, I'll still see a 300 series, not many. I'll see 200 series, probably still more than 300s. You'll see some other cars. You might see a Isuzu, you might see a Ford, you might see Volkswagen, you see dual cab utes. But I'm seeing a lot of Y62 Patrols pulling caravans around. All these people are just idiots, is that right? They're just all idiots, is that what you're thinking? Now, a lot of people that do have issues, sometimes they're their own worst enemy with straight away they take it home and they want to modify everything. They want to change, and they get on the internet, they go straight to the modified Y62 type groups, like a modified 150 Prado group or whatever it is, right? Not always the best information. Can I make a suggestion? If you've got a Y62, we're thinking about getting one. Our Facebook group, Oz Y62 Patrol Crew, just like our Facebook group, Oz Prado Crew, Oz Hilux Crew. Well, we're going to learn a bit about Y62s. We're going to use it, we're going to share it, and it may stay forever and it may not. The whole plan for me was to change that newer vehicle every 5 years or less while it's under warranty, refresh the vehicle. All the other vehicles are staying, other than the ones the kids are taking as per the plan. So the Y62 might go to a Y63, it might go to a petrol hybrid 300 series, and you know, that's what I've always been asking for, that's what we've been pushing for. I refuse to buy these DPF equipped diesel vehicles. I've said that, I've proven that. Another reason why I went to the Petrol. There's no EGR, there's no DPF, there's no diesel injectors, there's none of that. So your long-term expense running isn't going to be as much as you think because of the fuel. You choose the fuel if you put the foot down especially, but it's quite economical for what it is. And I've spoken to people that know people that have got 200s and Y62s towing the same caravans on the same trips. They get about the same fuel economy is the most consistent thing, and sometimes the Petrol gets better economy. Now, I haven't done it yet, so I can't tell you what my figures are, but my fuel economy figures are very accurate. When I talk about fuel economy, I'm not caring about what the fuel economy is as much as I'm sharing genuine information. If you like genuine information, subscribe, turn the bell on. You can check out the fuel economy playlist or any of the other playlists. We'll be back on deck for a few days from the 23rd of June, and then we're continuing our break for the school holidays, family time, bada bing, and we'll be back on deck after that. So stay tuned in the videos and the Prado Hospital Facebook page for those updates on the dates and what's happening in the workshop. Catch you then.